Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back to show you guys the testing hand and combo video. So what I'm gonna do is do 3 types of combos. So I'll go in first combo with no hand traps going against you. Going first combo with like the low impact hand traps going against you, and then third combo with like sided hand traps going against you. So like Droll, Lancia, stuff like that. You know, the big hand traps that like put a stop to your turn and like try to help you guys set up at least a seal interruption with something. Draw a brick. That's an exception. So going first, we have Quick Launch, Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, Chamber, Noctivision, Effect Feeler. So here I'd probably normal summon Chamber. Normal summon Chamber and then Chamber effect. Some people like to negate this effect because they don't want like me going for another me having another interruption. So here, I would always search the DragonLink Titan. So I'm already up one. Then I would immediately link her off like usual for a Striker Dragon. So Striker Dragon Chainlink 1, Noctovision Chainlink 2. So we're chain blocking the Striker Dragon. Another thing is, you know, we have a Effect Veiler as an interruption if we were to go second, or we can just hold it in our hand as like another form of interruption against our opponent when they're going second. What's that shit for again? Oh yeah, the boot. Where is the boot? Get the boot. And already we have the seal and tidying, so we don't have to extend further, but we're extending further because that's what we do around here. So I can go for a Romulus or I can go for a seal. So usually I don't want to extend too much because I don't know when my opponent's going to stop me. So here I'm just going to go for a seal because we already have enough interruptions. Like right now, if we made seal, we have tidying and Veiler, so that's 3 interruptions on our opponent, and we have a quick launch. Okay. So I'm going to make seal, and then I'm going to activate Noctos effect to draw. So we draw the called by. That's pretty good. So if our opponent tries to ash us or something against our quick launch for some unknown reason, we can just call by that. So we're going to activate boot, and then activate quick launch. We could have discarded Red Eyes, but I kind of want to keep him because I want to, you know, use him to extend further. Or use him as a follow-up for next turn. Let's look at the Tracer. And then I'm gonna Tracer, pop the boot. So this is no interruptions. You know, sometimes your opponent will have interruptions, and you don't know that. But just like if you're going full combo, you know, you want to fully commit. I'm gonna cut real quick because I'm gonna go into Chaos Ruler, of course. These two into a Chaos Ruler. And then Chaos Ruler's effect to mill the top 5 and add a lighter dark. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna save for the effect, send these 2 as cost to add my levy to my hand, so that way we can rip a card out of my opponent's hand. Okay, then we're gonna summon levy by banishing all darks. Of course, we want to keep a Nocto in the graveyard so our opponent doesn't target our cards. That happened to me at locals this weekend. I was undefeated until I went up against this Sky Striker Mind deck. He literally copy pasted it. It was terrible. So that into a IP. Set 1, set 2. Of course, we could banish Star Leash to add levy back to our hand for the next turn. And then, yeah, so right now we have 4 interruptions. We have Seal, IP, Veiler, Tidying, and Called By. So that's with no interruptions. Alright, cut in everything. Top 5. So top 5, it's kind of not good. But we do have the triple tactics talent, so we have talent, CD Crow, Veiler. So if we were going second, we have 3 interruptions. Let's look at our 6 card. That's a starter. That's pretty good, but that's not gonna matter. So here, it's kind of wacky, but Talents is gonna save us if our opponent tries to stop us somehow. So we're gonna normal summon DD Crow, and then we're gonna do Strudel effect. So a neat thing is since DD Crow is a winged beast and Strudel's a dragon, you can summon Romulus. So that's another neat trick you guys can know. So the Strudel, target DD Crow, pay half your life points, special summon, and then we're gonna chain Noctovision to that. Mostly because we probably won't go into another Dark Dragon until later on in our combo, so we obviously want the Noctovision early on, and we also want to chain block our Romulus in case our opponent has any hand traps or something like that. So here we're going to use these two to go for a Romulus. So Romulus Chainlink 1, Noctovision Chainlink 2. So we didn't go into our deck yet, so we're going to obviously draw one, which would be the Black Meadow, of course. And then we're going to search out the Dragon Ravine. So our opponent probably knows that we don't have any starters or any rockets in hand. So depending on where they hit us is where we probably would stop. So I'm going to activate Ravine, and I'm going to Ravine to send. Since we no longer need the Black Meadow, I'm going to send that. And then if they ashes here, or they ash Ogre, that's cool. Let's say we got stopped right here. We're cutting off our rocket access. We could talent look at the hand, but then we go into seals and we only have 2 interruptions, and we don't know what they're playing kind of. So let's say if they ash us, that's cool. I'm gonna activate my talents to look at the hand. So this is why I brought up that talents helps more than Forbidden Droplets, because even though droplets is like another interruption, we're not on a lot right now. So we're hoping we draw into something good. So we're gonna shuffle, cut, draw 2, 1, 2. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I walked by. So we talents, look at the hand, not look at the hand, draw 2. So we drew into another interruption and a quick launch. So if our opponent ashed it, we still have the Ravine, and we can quick launch to pop the Ravine and summon out a Chaos Ruler. So right here, we lost our rocket access, but we kind of gained it back. But if they ogred it, it would be a little different. So here I'm gonna go ahead and make seal, because we always want to go into seal first in case our opponent has like a nib student goes to the bottom. So next, I'm gonna quick launch. So we already have 3 interruptions. I'm pretty sure we can lift the deck, because a lot of decks are monster heavy. So I'm gonna summon out the Tracer. Then here, gonna Tracer pop the Dragon Ravine. It's a special. We could have made Striker, but I don't think we need him right now. Tracer Recharger onto Chaos Ruler. And then Chaos Ruler to mill the top 5 and add a light or dark. 2, 3, 4, 5. So of course, you're seeing what I'm seeing. We already have a White Dragon and the Galactic Spiral, so we can boost up we can extend even further. So I'm gonna add the white to my hand, and then the rest gets sent to the graveyard. So we still have access to our Striker Dragon and our Boot Sector launch in the deck. So I'll give you a moment to think here. So what I'm thinking about is going to Striker Dragon pop himself, so I can summon out my Synchron and then Synchro for a Hot Red. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Or we could Zombie Vampire, but I am going to do the latter. So I'm going to banish any random dark monster. I'm going to go for my Tracer to special summon my White Dragon. And then here, I'm going to go white into a Striker Dragon, Chainlink 1 Striker Dragon, Chainlink 2 White Dragon, or vice versa. I don't think it really matters. Here goes the Black Dragon. Here goes the Boot. I noticed it's some hand traps, but yeah. but we don't want to extend too hard. So Striker Dragon pop himself instead of the Chaos Ruler. Same thing, get the Synchron, and use these two. Go for a Hot Red, and then Chaos Ruler, banish a light and a dark. Do I have any extra lights? No, I do not. Just going to banish a Veiler from my hand. Special summon him. Then I'm going to go for a Galactic Spiral. So here I'm pretty deep in my combo, so let's say what if? What if our opponent had an Ash and they dropped a Nib here? Because we went through our combo went through our extenders pretty extensively. Then let's say we get hit by a Nib here. Like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm crying. All this gets banished. These get distributed. We get a token. What's my token? Get a token, and then they already used their Ash. So, I'm gonna get the seal effect, a special from the deck. So here I could go for a Red Eyes, which I probably will do. So here I will go for a Red Eyes, and then Red Eyes to special summon. We can get the Hot Red back. Then go for IP with these two. Token and himself. Go for a IP. Then I probably will banish. Go for a Black Dragon. And then pass turn with that. So we got Nib, unfortunate, but we still have 3 interruptions afterwards. Of course, I could go for a Brotar, you know. They use 2 hand traps on this. I can go Brotar, get the Levy, rip another card out of their hand, but we're not going to be able to have a Hot Red or IP. So that way, if we got Nib like pretty deep in our combo, we still have 3 interruptions left. So let's see what we draw. So we still have a... Yeah, so we lost. Go again. Top 5 cards. That's better. That's way better. So, obviously, let's say our opponent has something like Lancia or Droll. If they try to Lancia off rip, gonna chain Gamma, need my Ash. But let's say they have something like Droll. Of course, going to Chaos Space first, pitching Synchron as cost at the White Dragon. So we're gonna add the Wyvern. Then let's say they troll on res, or they don't troll. Because not a lot of people like to troll after you have no monsters on the field. So we're gonna banish the special summon. Do that, but if they do, we have the Gamma, keeps us safe for a Striker Dragon. So I do have the quick launch. So what I want to do is I want to chain block my Striker Dragon. So I'm going to chain link 1 Striker Dragon, chain link 2 White Dragon. I'm going to get the boot. Obviously you're going to have your own side cards too, but I'm just going to stay with the original 50 in my deck. I wish my Black Dragon. So boot and 1, let's say we got hit by a Joel. Okay, that's fine. You get hit by a Droll, we still have the Black Dragon, we still have the quick launch that we have in our hand, miraculously. And then we have 2 interruptions. Gamma is kind of situational, so I could just end on a seal, because we have Gamma and then we have Ash Blossom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Boot, no effect. Of course I'm going to special summon the Black Dragon. And then gonna quick launch here. We unfortunately can't go. We can't add what we mill off of Chaos Ruler, but it's still something we can go into. So you can hear. Okay, so here I always gotta think. Even a combo video going against nobody. So obviously I can go into a seal. and a Chaos Ruler or a Savage. But I might go into a Savage because Chaos Ruler won't give us any advantage because we can't add the cards that we mill unless we mill like a Levy Safer. So I'm gonna Tracer pop the boot. It's a special summon. So we're doing all this through draw. For Recharger. And then thinking if I want to get hit by a nib, what would happen? Let's say if the opponent just has the nuts and they hit us with a nib. Of course, all of these will go, and then we're gonna seal effect. They hit us with the ash. That is unfortunate. We're gonna seal effect, of course. So it is kind of iffy because we can't go Rotar to add, so we're kind of stuck here. We're very stuck here. We still can go into Red Ice Special Summon Rocket, and then go into the Quad Bro. So of course I'm going to go into the Red Ice. I believe so, since you can't add no more. Then I'm going to Red Ice. Special Summon my Recharger. Oh yeah, we got nibbed, so we have an extra token. We got hit by a troll. That's it, I believe. We got hit by a troll and then a nib. So we have our token. Here, we can go for Quad Bro and extend. I'm thinking if I want to do more. We need 4 monsters to do any more. So here, I'm also gonna just go these two to a Quad Brawl. Quad Brawl, discarding my Gamma, because Ash works against all kinds of decks to pop himself. Get back my 2 cards, 2 Rockets, Tracer, Recharger, and these 2. I could go for the Chaos Ruler, but it's very high risk, high reward. So we went into Chaos Ruler. I don't think there's anything that could extend our place more, because all we have is 1 dragon on the field and we are stuck under draw. So I'm just going to go for a Savage to equip, and then pass. So that's the best I can do against draw plus nib. You know, they drew the nuts, but just testing hands. Top 5. Pretty sure that wasn't testing hands. Testing hands and combo. So here we got combo and the talents for protection. So there's a couple of routes we could take. The simplest one is normal summon chamber, add the tiding, and then go from there. Or we can normal summon Tracer, special summon out Absoluter, and then go from there. So it really depends on the route you want to go. So if we do the Tracer Absoluter route, we obviously get 2 bodies, and that gets us a seal. If we do the chamber route, we have an interruption. So it really depends. So what I would do is I'd probably go for that's a good question. Probably go for the chamber route, because if we get hit by a hand trap that's not imperm by chance, then we can always triple tactic talents. But then what if they do have imperm? Then we would go this route. So I'd probably go this route instead. Like, this route is good, but there's always a what if, you know. So, you know, we want more bodies on the field in case we get stopped somehow, some way. So I'm gonna normal summon Tracers, special summon out Absoluter. And if they have Gamma, you know, we have the Rotar, which is also pretty good. Go for a Striker Dragon effect. Save the imperm, that's cool. We can just set up seal, pass cards. What's our 6th card? Gamma. So, oh my god, that's terrible. That is terrible. Okay. So that's very good. That is very good. We have Chaos Space, Gamma, Seyfried, so we have our starter place protected. So here, I actually want to keep the Spiral Dragon in case I want to go into Zombie Vampire later on the combo. So we're gonna have to ditch the Chaos Space play. Well, we can always Chaos Space for a different monster. So let's say we normal summon Seyfried. Like Chaos Space is plus, you know, 1,000,000, like I've said before. But we have Gamma to protect our place. So let's say we Seyfried for cost to add the black and white dragon, and our opponent doesn't ash us. We can combo, and then later on in the combo, we can Chaos Space to send our Gamma to add either our Chaos Emperor or our Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, which is pretty good. And if we get hand trapped, we have the TTT to protect us. And our 6th card is another Gamma. So yeah, I'd say for offensive and defensive purposes, so we also have the TTT and the Gamma for going second. And TTT is good because, you know, I've explained before, you can draw 2, you can take an opponent's card or look at their hand. So going second, obviously you're going to want to take your opponent's monster, not their card, and force their negate out if you want to do that. But we did have a lot of gas, so I'm pretty sure we could break a board or so. Hey guys, I'm back. My phone died, so I had to charge it real quick. And I had one more thing to say before I end the video. It's about that DragonLink is like a combo deck that has more than one type of combo line to it. You know, it doesn't have like 1 or 2 specific combo lines. It has like multiple combo lines depending on what you draw and what you milled off of your Chaos Ruler. It's on Vampire. Because the deck basically, you got to go into your seal, and then you got to go into your Chaos Ruler, and depending on what you mill, you continue playing from there. Zombie Vampire 2 if you're running that. So you got to be able to know how to establish your board with what you have, because there's a lot of ways to get to your end board. You just got to know and see how to get to that end board, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so you saw how I was able to use DD Chrome Destrudo to start establishing a board, because, you know, there's a lot of ways you can go about your combo, but it's up to you and what you're going up against to choose those certain lines to get to your end board, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Also, if this video helped you, please like and subscribe, follow for more. I'm just playing, bro. But for real, if this video helped you with your combos, or if you found like more combo lines that you didn't see before, you know, got some new ideas going, make sure to leave a like. It'll make me happy. But another thing, if you add any cards to your deck from my list, and you know you happen to top and you make your own video, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to shout out your boy. You know. I showed you the goo. You gotta show me the shout out. But yeah, that's about it. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.